how do you deal with relatives or friends who are preparing to
Now,
pass?
there's a tough one. Both Alfred and I have noticed that we have many clients who are emailing us and are booking appointments because they're losing someone. We actually have, Alfred and I have friends uh, who are in hospice, and we're visiting friends in hospice. And how do you deal with that? Because those that are getting ready to transcend, to make that transition back to the spirit world, are in a completely different space than you and I are offered. They're in a space of finality. They know that they're leaving the body. You know they're leaving the body. What is the dialogue that can go back and forth? I spent yesterday some time helping a dear lady friend of ours who is making her transition, and she was asking what the process was, how did it work? And you can really help people by letting them know the most important thing they want to know is, will their consciousness survive? This has been a big one for me for 50 years. Does their conscious, the answer is yes. And if you can reassure them that their consciousness survives, then it makes the entire process for them less finite, less ending. It doesn't just end. Oh, I'm just transferring to a new car. I'm just going to another house, which is actually the truth. So helping people to understand in this transition that this is not a time that's about you. It's about them and being there for them and loving them. And it could be your best friend. Alfred, I have a lady who's losing her little dog of 18 years right now. And it's all she has. And she's only 60 years old. And she says, how do I handle this? You tell that little one, if it ever wants to come back, you're going to be available. Because most times you can get the little pets that you lost back again. For those of you who are helping a loved one to the other side, reassure them again that their consciousness continues, that you'll be able to dialogue with them. You can make little arrangements to have certain things happen. I had a lady, Alfred, who said that she told her father when he died, tilt all my pictures in the house to the right if you can. And about a month later, all the pictures in the house were tilted to the right.
And that's the joke that I've been doing with people. When my Nana passed, she was very upset that she didn't get to do certain things. And you can say quite simply, oh, well,
You can
when,
now.
when you decide to come back from the other side, then yes, you can do those things that you wanted to do. And I like the way Hans was recently describing it, as if you have your favorite coat and it's worn after a long time, it's worn out, it has some holes. What do? Well, you wear it once in a while, but then you decide, okay, I'm going to get a new coat. That's it. If
That's it.
your coat is worn out, quite
You
simply, you just
put
decide
it aside.
to get a new one. And that's basically it. So when I've been dealing with a few number of people who are making their transition, I try to make it optimistic.
That's a good idea. Alfred is off to visit a dear friend of his in Wisconsin who's not doing well. And he was sort of watching what I did yesterday. And the coat um, statement is really very important. People really hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you might say to someone, you wouldn't wear the same coat for your entire life, would you? Because it'd be ragged and torn. Helping people to understand, number one, that their consciousness survives. Number two, you'll see them. They're not going anywhere you're not. And I like that statement. When I give that statement to people, I said to my friend yesterday, you're not going anywhere I'm not. I'll see you again, give you a hug again, and then we'll look about and talk about everybody we know and try to get caught up. So we're all headed in the same direction. We're just in different cars, is all. So if you have someone who's getting ready to make their transition, be there for them. Most important thing, listen to them. Listen. They need someone to hear them. Please, if you have a situation like this, go to the prayer list, Halford, how do people go to the prayer list? Where do they go for that?
HansKing.com under readings. At the bottom, you'll find prayer request where you can send in a request for Hans for something to
And
pray
we'll
on.
get that person on the prayer list and add all the positive energy, love, and light that we can. And no one is going to take away your grief from losing your friend, your lover, your family member. No one can take that away. What you can do is make it easier on you and on them by talking about the rejoining of with each other when you make your transition. Okay?